Oklahoma and Houston. The Hall of Fame Classic final game on a Saturday. Destiny, let's get your Riverwind Casino keys to the game as Amanda Carden-Dixon.
I think here in this game, they've already faced Houston. They've beat them twice. I think they just need to make sure that they're not getting complacent, getting too comfortable. We know that they have had success with Todd, and I think that, everything that they're going to have to do is, one, make the routine plays and continue to pass the torch. We talked about that last game. Continuing to pass the torch is something that needs to happen throughout the season. So,
first pitch swing and a miss for Carden. The 0-1 is belted deep to right center field. It'll take a hop and hit the wall. Coleman throws it quickly. It's a close play at second, and Carden slides in safely. They almost got it.
Oh, I thought they had her. Great play by Coleman, playing it off the fence, really getting her feet turned around to make a solid throw. No hop. Great play by Coleman. Just missed her. If she really did miss her, I don't know. That was a close play.
Now again, replay is not in effect this weekend, so it will be when the Sooners return home, but not for the Hall of Fame Classic. Here's Bethany Bush. First pitch to the left-handed hitting left fielder is in for a strike. Hope Troutwine on the season has been nothing short of fantastic. Overall, she's been among the nation's leaders in earned run average at .22. Little off speed that drops too low. 6-0 on the season for Hope. This is her 7th start for the North Texas transfer. 6-0, excuse me. I'll try to add another win to her record. 6-0. 66 strikeouts as the 1-1 misses outside 2-1. Did she throw against Houston in Houston? She did not. This is the first time that Houston has seen Hope Troutwine, even though Cougars played 2 games previously against the Sooners. The 2-1 pitch is in for a strike, 2-2. In the 2 matchups against Houston, Nicole May threw a complete game 1 hitter, striking out 6. Jordy Ball struck out 5 and 3 in the third before Nicole May came in to close it out. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Hope Troutwine bounces back from the leadoff double from Amanda Carden to strike out Bethany Bush, and here's Katie Ray Brown. Destiny, it's interesting because for Hope Troutwine, she has the pedigree. One of the all-time greats in not just North Texas, but Conference USA histories. The first pitch is fouled back by Katie Ray Brown for strike 1. But it's a different level, right? Whenever you jump up to Big 12 and you're playing for national championship.
Yeah, things definitely shift. I think being able to come and play for this program, having Coach Gasso to support you to make that transition, I think is huge. And for Coach Rocha to be the one kind of leading the pitchers, you're going to definitely see some growth with Hope and be able to see her really make a good transition into this conference.
The 0-1 pitch, caught that outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Hope Troutwine ended up essentially pitching a complete game last night against Sam Houston State. Allowed 1 hit. There was a run scored, but it wasn't her responsibility. The 0-2 foul back. Macy McAdoo came in and she struggled. Walking in a run, walked 3 batters total. Troutwine came back in and shut it down. 12 strikeouts. She threw 86 pitches to Troutwine yesterday. I wonder if Patty Gasso's hope is to get 2 good innings and then see Jordy Ball as the 0-2 pitch is fouled back. Maybe 3.
Yeah, and I would really like to see that too. I know we talked about how many innings that they've missed out on from all these run rules. I'd love to see how the pitchers are able to tag team a little bit more. A lot of the girls are able to finish complete games because lately a complete game is 5 innings.
That's right.
So I'd like to see how they can all kind of tag team together because it's an incredible staff with Nicole May and Jordy Ball, Hope, the incredible pitching staff, and I'd love to see them all kind of come together. see what they can do against one offense.
Troutwine walks to the back of the circle, gets a little dirt from the chalk. Gets the call from Jen Rocha, and she's ready. Here's the 0-2 in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Actually, let's keep an eye on this. Coach Rocha has given Hope and Lindsay Elam some freedom, but Jen Rocha is indeed calling the pitches here. Allowed him to call a couple of innings earlier this season. The 1-2. Low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sooner pitching coach Jen Rocha perched amongst that, top step in her 4th season. The 1999 University of Oklahoma grad. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. She climbed the ladder and got her to chase. 2 away. 2nd strikeout of the game.
I love watching her climb that ladder and being able to get him to chase and mix in those pitches. I think that's exactly what you're going to need to do against Houston, especially with them not seeing her. If you can get them to chase up and out of that zone, you're going to be successful.
2 outs for Becca Scholl. Right-handed hitting second baseman. First pitch, low and away. Ball 1. Sooners defensively, similar to what we've seen throughout a majority of this weekend, if not carbon copy on the infield with Elam behind the plate, Snow at first, Jennings at second, Lyons at short, and Jana Johns at third. Here's the 1-0. A little low and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Lou's out and left. Lou Donahue, Kinsey Donahue in left, Jada Coleman in center. Riley Boone gets the start in right field. I got to break out the binoculars. I've been waiting to use them all year long. So why not just to double check the outfield?
We just got to let the listeners know that I was judging Plank right now. He
2 O's low, 3-0.
Busted out the binoculars.
Everyone made fun of me because I asked for new binoculars for Christmas. And my mother-in-law, Alice, what a great name for a mother-in-law, right?
There you go.
Actually got them for me. And it's for this purpose
yes,
only.
This
is the only place I need binoculars when calling a game is here. So I've overused them for reasons unnecessary. 3-0 is a little up. Ball 4. Hope Troutwine. Leadoff double to Carton. Walks Becca Schultz here. Here's Aspen Howie. It also allows me to peruse the crowd a little bit more, right? See who's sitting where, if I know anyone.
There you go. No, it's an incredible crowd. Today was sold out, 5,000 seats.
And a lot of, there was you talk about curious gaps between games. Houston played this morning at 11 a.m. So this is their second game of the day, scheduled for a 6:30 start. First pitch swinging, Howie pops it out of play. There was one game between Oklahoma and Houston's showdown. We mentioned in our pregame show we had a chance to go hang out with members of the Sooner Club, kind of share stories with Destiny and Sid Romero, Fale Aviu, Shannon Sale, Nicole Mendes came by. Jackie Livingston even came up and spoke. Here's the 0-1, swinging a foul tip. No truth to the rumor that Livingston requested the mic.
No.
She was dragged up there by yours truly. But this is a big deal what's happening this weekend. There's no doubt about it. And most of those fans have stayed around was the point I was eventually going to get to. The 0-2. Oh, that's a really good pitch. And they finally called strike 3. Jen Rocha came popping out of the dugout. And the first pitch to Snow is in for a strike from Hannah Todd. Numbers on the season won't necessarily wow you. 3-3, 46 2/3 of an inning. She's allowed 33 runs, but only 16 of those earned. The 1-0 is fouled straight back. She's given up 4 home runs this year. And I think a majority of them came against Oklahoma, to be honest.
That would not surprise me. The numbers aren't bad, and I think one thing we have to always remember is OU is successful with every pitcher they've seen so far. So
1-0 pitch misses out, or pardon me, the 0-1 pitch misses out. 1 ball, 1 strike. She came in relief against the Sooners in the 8-zip game and pitched pretty well as the 1-1 pitch misses out. Went 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, gave up just 1 earned run, walked 2, did throw 2 wild pitches. But I was a little bit surprised we didn't see more of her. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. What more can we say about Taylon Snow and what she's been on the cusp of this entire season? She's got her batting average up to .537. She's hitting .600 in the leadoff spot. 2-2. Line shot fouled on the left field line, slicing out of play. Off the bat, that looked like it had a chance. Snow also, did I mention that 600 as a leadoff hitter?
Yeah,
Wow.
That's incredible. And I just think that she's grown so much as a hitter. Just pitch selection, patience, strength. She's just gotten a lot better overall, and it shows.
2-2 is popped foul and out of play. Third inning is when we do our check-ins. Love seeing people already check in today. Joe and McGuire, who's in the stadium all weekend long. Joel in Tennessee. Jeep and David Knight, Gilbert, Arizona. Great name, Jeep. Oh, Kite, excuse me. Still cool. Here's a ball that's laced to left field. Racing in is Bush. And the left fielder makes a catch for the first out of the inning. And here's Jocelyn Up. Bruce Burdett and the OU Club of Birmingham. Ross Longley out in Fort Smith. Tim's in Lexington. Michael's in the house. Mark Worley is with us. It is a fun night for Sooner softball as Oklahoma is looking to improve to 23-0 on the season. And here's Jocelyn Allo. Allo digs in. The first pitch to the Sooner slugger. Hits her. Ow. Caught her right on the foot, and she's struggling to get down the first baseline. Came low and in, and it got her right on the foot. Jossie's smart.
No reaction time to that.
I mean, that caught her flush. Kristen Zaleski, the first base coach, Sooner volunteer assistant. Looks like she's going to be okay. Allo, who hit 98 here earlier today on an absolute laser to center field. Now, laser to center field was last night. Here's the first pitch to Jennings, and it's up high. 96 was a bomb in Hawaii. 97 was a ball that skipped off the warning track in center field and flew over the center field wall, the 300-foot wall in center field. Here's the 1-0. Gets away from the catcher, Katie Ray Brown, just a bit. Not far enough for Jossie to advance 2-0. And then 98 today was a ball that came to rest at the base of the slow pitch softball fence, well beyond the left field wall. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Jennings. She pops this one foul out of play. Speaking of home runs, Tiare has 10 already this season. I know some of the conversations have started to center around maybe Tiare.
She's coming up next.
She could be coming up next. I mean, it's hard not to think that the sophomore out of San Pedro, California might have a chance as she takes the 2-1 pitch low and in. Last year, she hit 27 home runs. This year on the season, as we mentioned, already at 10. And she'll take ball 4.
She is definitely climbing the leaderboard. It's hard to think she's only a sophomore. I feel like she stood out so much last year that it's hard to believe this is barely her second year.
She's incredible. Meeting in the circle. And is that Kristen? It is. Coach Vesley's going to run out, have a quick conversation with her starting pitcher, Hannah Todd, as Grace Lyons comes to the plate. Circle visits this year when you're in Norman and in Oklahoma. Check out Walden Cleaners and Laundry, where the The difference is quality. I will tell you, of the sponsor mentions, Circle Visits has been low-key one of the nice ads this year because I'll tell you what, Tony Walden and his crew over there, they're getting their money's worth because opposing coaches are spending a lot of time.
Quite a few visits to that circle with this offense. And then it's almost like, what do you even say in all these circle visits? You've got to pitch to Jocelyn and then Jennings.
And then here's
Lyons.
Grace Lyons, who just had an 18-game hitting streak, come to a conclusion as the first pitch is low for a ball.
I think the only thing that coaches can continuously stress to the pitchers is just keep the ball down.
There's a ground ball cut off at third by Thomas. She'll tag Alo to get the out there, but can't cut down either Jennings or Grace Lyons, who reaches on the fielder's choice. So Alo out advancing from second to third. Lyons aboard on the fielder's choice. And here's Jada Coleman. Move back up the lineup a little bit for Jada in that 5-hole. The first pitch is a little out for ball one. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the first inning. Oklahoma and Houston. Third matchup between the two teams this season. Here's the 1-0 pitch to the Sooner center fielder up high. By the way, big shout out tonight. Not only are we broadcasting live on the franchise 107.7 FM in Tulsa and Oklahoma City, AM 1560, 103.3 FM in Norman. Also tonight on Sirius XM Big 12 Radio, channel 375 if you're out and about. 2-0 is in for a strike, 2-1. Along with Destiny Martinez, I'm Chris Plank. By the way, you can hear us both on Westwood One's College World Series calls. Got the call this week.
We will be back.
We'll be back. Here's the 2-1. A little low, ball three. Three balls and a strike. Jada Coleman got so excited, haven't even had an opportunity to mention she's hitting 340 on the season for Jada. And she hammers this one deep to center field. It's got a chance, and it's gone! Jada Coleman, a 3-run bomb deep into the night here in Oklahoma City, over the center field wall. You blink and you miss 3 runs. Wow, what a shot. 3-zip Sooners.
What a shot. Straight to dead center field on a 3-1 count. That's exactly the pitch that you have to take advantage of. Jada Coleman did such a great job seeing that ball up in the zone, sending it right back out to center field. And I was just looking at the outfield. Like, there's a lot of space out there. They're playing at the fence.
They are playing deep.
Doesn't matter. She sent that so far out.
First pitch to Lindsey Elam nearly hits her for ball one. I mean, that was a shot by Jada Coleman deep to center field. For Coleman on the season, where's my updated stats? I think that's home run number 4 for Jada. There's a pop fly on the infield. Racing in is Rock Benavides, the shortstop, to make the catch and end the inning. Here we go to the second inning. Hope Troutwine back to work. First pitch skips in for a ball to Brittany Shaw, the first baseman. Oklahoma leads at 3-zip on a 3-run home run from Jada Coleman. Third home run of the season for Jada. Career-wise, home run number 12. Home runs this season brought to you by Whataburger. Now available for curbside. As the 1-0 pitch, now back a ball and a strike. There it is. Get your Whataburger favorites without leaving the driver's seat. Just download the app to get started. You like my liner?
Oh, yeah.
This is terrible. I need
it.
to come up with a better way. That was for when you're outside in Mary Nutter and things are blowing all
Yep.
over the place. There's a hard hit ball foul. Nearly a good catch.
Fans have been on their toes today.
They've had to have been. You have no option right now with the way the Sooners are hitting the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 3-zip. The only hit for the Sooners is Jada's home run. It's a 3-run shot. The 1-2 is up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think I made Whitley laugh. That doesn't happen very often. Come on, smile. It's been a long day for Whitley Simmons, man. The Sooner video coordinator has been busy. 2 balls and 2 strikes to pitch.
Well, I think, too, last
Missed
game
ball 3.
we had quite a few walks to get us up to the 8-run mark.
That is true. That is true.
They did have 3 bombs, but, walks really
got him.
come back. And
3 balls and 2 strikes to pitch. Popped up, foul territory. Is there a play for Johns? Diving, did she get it? No. It was just in front of the Sooner dugout. Johns came charging hard. The fans will appreciate that. Love me some Janet Johns in that effort. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I still can't believe this isn't a postseason game with this crowd. It's just, I know. The 3-2. Swing and a miss! Hope Troutwine throws it right by her. 4th strikeout of the game. There's 1 away. Here's Rock Benavides.
you can just see Hope just climbing that ladder every time she's gotten these hitters to chase. It's up and out of that zone, and she just slowly starts to climb up there.
Benavides, the right-handed hitting middle infielder. First pitch is popped up behind home plate. That's going to hit the net. Nope, just to the third base side of it. We had a really good fight in my mentions last night on Twitter. Of course, we love to hear where you're listening from at OU on the air. We'll get those third inning shout-outs, pick out a handful of you. Our man Mark Worley in Chagrin Falls, Ohio. Yo one skips before the plate. And it's funny because you actually did the math on this. The question was, and again, I apologize, y'all. I went to bed after the game last night. I went home and I went to bed. But I woke up to how many more home runs would Josh hit without run rule games, how many games are we truly missing. So the 1-1 pitch is headed home, and it's hammered foul. Look at it. But you actually did the math, 5 full games that we're missing this season?
Yes,
due to run rule?
and that was prior to the last run rule. So we're right at about 5.5 games that are missing inning-wise based on every game that has gone 5 innings. You do so we're at 20 now?
Yeah.
So
unbelievable. Here's the 1-2. Well outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the Sooners are 22-0 on the season. 18 of those wins in run rule fashion. I mean, that's
so
just...
we're looking at 5.7 games that we haven't been able to play inning-wise.
Now again,
because of run rules.
It's the same thing we were dealing with a lot last year, the Sooners, that is. The 2-2 pitch is fouled off. Benavides having a good at-bat here. That was a heck of a catch by a fan. I was trying to work on my section numbers. That's part of the reason for the binoculars. That was a heck of a catch by a fan. He's gone shorts and T-shirt for this nightcap. Oof. I'm telling you, buddy, I got a sweatshirt up here if you need it. As Gabe likes to say, being cold doesn't make you tough. The 2-2 almost hit her, but I think Benavides did a really nice job of making her back shoulder a little wider. Almost looked like she turned into it full count. So I guess the answer to that question, that thread was, I'm sure it matters, but I think Coach Gasso talks a lot about trying to get younger players more time, too.
Right, yes. And when you're missing out on
2 grounded foul.
5 games, you're missing out on a lot of opportunities to see what others can do.
Sure.
And then sometimes you don't know, maybe in the 4th inning you go up by 7 runs. So your expectations as a coach to maybe say, okay, in the 6th we're going to utilize X, Y, and Z. Well, that's out the window in the 4th inning,
right.
and you had no intentions of that happening. But I think the debate is, Allison Fanning sent me this tweet.
3-2 pitch first is outside for ball 4.
That Jossie is averaging a home run every 11.7 innings. So you put that into perspective, and a lot of chances for her too.
That's wild.
So everybody, I mean, from the at bats, not only Jossie and how many home runs she could have accumulated in 5 extra games, but how many more stats could be developed within those games.
Right. Paige Holsey, the right fielder, takes the first pitch for a strike. A number that does matter to me, though, with Jossie at 98. If you take all of Diamond sports, college baseball and college softball, she has hit the 2nd most home runs in a career.
Wow.
Pina Gavilia, as the 0-1 pitch, is a swing and a miss. No balls. No balls and 2 strikes. We're getting into this conversation when this is good stuff to have like for the late innings when it's 12-0. But I wanted to get it out now before I forgot about it. Jossie is 2 home runs shy of tying Pina Gavilia. She passed Jeff Ledbetter. The 0-2 fouled straight back. Jeff Ledbetter, the Florida State product, that hit 97. Now, at baseball, not to make this a baseball versus softball thing, but they're probably not going to have numbers like that ever again because of the way the bats are.
Right.
Those, nothing against that era, but those bats, flat out bombing. Here's the 0-2 pitch, outside 1-2. So Jossie, when all is said and done this year, if you just won every 11 innings, so I mean you take a minimal number from that. Let's just say 15 more home runs this season. Be very minimal.
Yeah.
I mean, she's going to blow that record out the water, and no one's going to come close to it, at least on the baseball side of things, for a while. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Cold strike 3. My man and his delayed strike calls is going to be the death of me tonight. 2 away. That is the 5th strikeout for Hope Trautwein here this evening.
The suspense, too, the
drama.
Wait,
and you know it's a good pitch.
Yeah.
If you're watching on Sooner Sports TV, you know exactly what we're talking about. You can't even tell on the shoulders, right, or the mannerisms of the batter. 2 outs for Janaea Thomas, and she takes the first pitch for a strike. 3-zip Sooners. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. Oklahoma looking for 23-0. It's the 1-0 pitch. Misses low and away. But is there some good action going on in college softball as we speak. In fact, Oregon and Utah just wrapped their series playing a doubleheader today due to some concern about weather in Salt Lake City. Utah won the opener in that series on Friday night. The 2-0 pitch is a swing and a miss, 2-1. Oregon came back and won the 2nd game 8-2. And then what a finish in the 3rd game as Oregon rallies late to beat them 7-6.
Did it go extras?
It did not go extras, at least that I can tell. Time is called. They're bringing everyone together.
On the count.
They're saying, some say a ball and 2 strikes. The home plate umpire had it at 2 balls and a strike. See if maybe we can't get the scorecard from the close friend of mine, and we're always talking, or I'm always learning. I'm always listening. Patty Gasso is letting the home plate umpire have it. They're going to keep them count at 2 balls and a strike. And I remember talking to JT about getting mad and maybe letting a couple of years ago, letting an umpire have it. He's like, nope, don't say anything, because as an assistant, you say anything, you're tossed.
Yep.
And so,
and
I think that's what I think. Jen Roach is starting to get a little hot, and she walked back.
You know what, I'm out.
I'm out. You got this, coach. So 2 balls and 1 strike on a count that should be 1-2, right? We all agree with that. Here's the 2-1. There you go. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I love the fans.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Listen to this crowd erupt as Hope Trautwein 6 up, 6 down. Let's go. Johns will lead things off for the Sooners. Oklahoma, I think I shorted them one earlier in the broadcast, in pursuit of their 20th run win of the season. They lead it 3-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Jana Johns will lead things off for Oklahoma. Johns started in the first game, takes the first pitch for a ball outside. Earlier today in the win for Oklahoma, impressive fashion over San Diego. Looking all over my box score, and it's right in front of me. The 1-0 is low for ball 2. Jana Johns in that game went 0 for 1, but did score a run after walking twice. That's here to lead things off for the Sooners in the bottom of the second inning. Johns, Boone, and Donahue. 2-0. Up high. 3 balls and no strikes. See you guys already checking in. Appreciate it. Isaac McGee in East Grand Rapids. And Kara, G3 fan, looking for a Boomer Sooner tonight. As the 3-0 pitch caught the inside corner, 3-1. John checking in before the next show starts next door. Where are you at some concert listening to us, John? Sherm is in Wichita, Kansas. Kurt is checked in. Kurt Harrison. 3-1 pitch is hammered.
Shot.
A foul.
I love how deep the outfield is playing. It's like, you know what, just keep it in front of you. I think the strength of this lineup is so intimidating. You just got to start back there. And I mean no room.
None.
If there was a warning track, they'd be on it.
3 balls and 2 strikes. You're not kidding. We had a mini warning track in Hawaii, and that's where they were. The pitch to Johns. She was out in front of it and pulled it foul. Casey Schuyler enjoying the weather in Elm Creek. Lou McGraw in Raleigh, North Carolina asks, have you or Destiny ever tried an Indian taco before?
I have.
That looks like a pretty good one.
Yeah, I have.
Good news is we were fed well during the break, so we had barbecue and sandwiches. It was all good. Thank you, Dylan. 3-2 pitch, nearly hit her. Ball 4. Sooners have the leadoff hitter aboard again. So if you want to be like my man T-Mac on Twitter, or Cindy Coleman checking in, or Nathan McCollum, or Doug, my man Doug Hamilton up at Broken Arrow, Bud Livingston, and you need to hit us up at OU on the air. The great Christy McMurphy has already checked in tonight as the first pitch to Riley Boone is in for a strike. Booney was showing one as she was running up the batter's box, but thought she pulled back in time. Good pitch from Todd for strike 1.
I think Boone has a chance to really mess with the defense here. You see first base staying back. Second base is going to cover the bag.
She swings at this one. Backhanded by Benavides. It's short. Throws it into right field. Tried to get Johns at second. Threw it away. And Boone is aboard. Now the throw gets away. Boone is off to second. Kind of Keystone Cops-esque here for Houston. Second and third. Nobody out. We'll wait and see the ruling on that. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to finagle a hit in for Oklahoma.
But overall, just a good job from Boone, doing her job, getting the ball on the ground, making them make a play. And, you know, if you hit the ball on the ground, they've got to catch the ball, throw it, and catch it again, and that's tough to do.
Sooners have popped out of the dugout as we have our second circle visit in as many innings. Listen to this. Wow. As now the home plate umpire says, all right, Coach Vesely, enough. Back in that dugout. Circle visits, again, brought to you by Walden Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. Matilda, Allison, and Mark have already checked in. Matilda, Allison, and Mark Montgomery from Santa Fe, New Mexico this evening. Bobby McKay in Broken Arrow. Blake Stan Stewart, Cindy Coleman. I take care of all those that I see on my personal one, so I just stay off my personal account now the rest of the time. Native and Hobbs checking in from Tulsa and Martinsburg, West Virginia. Eno and Papa checking in from Pryor Creek. Let's go. Second and third, nobody out. Here's Lou Donahue. First pitch is in for a strike. Sooners have absolutely been on another level to start this season. 8 straight run rule victories, looking to make it 9 as the 0-1 pitch misses, a ball and a strike. I think I dig more than anything people that check in like Julie. Right? I'm checking in from a Caslin Fieldhouse while watching OU men's gymnastics and off to Lloyd Noble. The 1-1 pitch is a little low, 2 balls and a strike. That is
Busy
commitment.
night, yes.
Hey, it is. We've got the NCAA tournament games up on one screen in here. Whitley's keeping tabs on women's gymnastics. We win in the Big 12, Whitley. Thumbs up. KJ Kindler's crew. Big night of Sooner Athletics. Here's the 2-1 to Lou. Fouled straight back. Another really good catch by a fan. I feel bad. I was talking with Luis Ruiz, who is our camera guy. He's also the analyst for our Spanish broadcast for Sooner football. And he said, we're trying to follow these plays in the stand, but we don't get to hear you. Follow every foul ball. 2-2 is high, ball 3. Lou's got that average up to 229. She has had a fantastic weekend so far for the Sooners. Earlier today, went 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. Also scored a run herself.
This is a good count, good at bat. Really give her a chance to execute something.
3-2, ball 4, bases loaded. Hey, last time Taylon Snow came to the plate with the bases loaded, she hit a grand slam. They did credit Riley Boone with a single, for those of you that are keeping score. Advanced to second on an air. So, here's Snow. Bases loaded, 3-zip Sooners. First pitch swinging. Line drive left center field. It's down for a hit. Easily scoring is Johns. Here comes Boone. She'll score. It's a 2-run single from Taylon Snow. And it's 5-zip Sooners in the second inning. Boy, this team's brought some energy here tonight.
Taylon Snow is on fire today. That was, getting that first pitch up and just making sure, hitting it in the gap, moving your runners. Taylon Snow is absolutely on fire today.
RBI 20 and 21, and that'll be it for Hannah Todd. We'll keep it here as Houston will go to the pin. Let's break out the binoculars and see who's coming in. Looks like Houston will be going to the pin. And our new pitcher, can I beat Taylor Maples? To the announcement of the new pitcher. Katie Repa, junior out of Round Rock, Texas, Cedar Ridge High School, transferred in from Stephen F. Austin. The righty will be called upon here to try to slow down the bleeding for Houston here in the bottom of the second inning. And guess what? With the runners at first and second, you get to face Jocelyn Allo. Between games, we had a chance to talk with Coach Gasso a little bit, hear her speak to members of the Sooner Club and members of the Trophy Club. And she said, we're inching towards being that 7. Right? Not about a 6 out of 10. But I think with what this team has come out of the gates with tonight, this is, even though there's only 3 hits with the 5 runs, this is a 10-like performance from this squad right now.
They're inching towards that 7, like Coach Gasso said, and we talked about, what all entails, what all goes into that 6 and 7, and more so I think it's what she's seeing at practice. What we've seen so far in the booth today has been nothing but amazing. Everybody has performed extremely well. Nicole May, with the game that she just threw, was phenomenal. I've seen bats just on fire. I've seen great pitch selection. I've seen great defense. Gianna Johns going after that ball in foul territory. Just
Almost
all-out
making a play.
effort.
It's awesome.
It's unbelievable to think that that's maybe a 7 to coach. So it's kind of scary to see what it's going to look like in conference. And once everybody's settled in, a little bit more comfortable, and once coach is satisfied at practice, it'll be crazy to see what the games look like.
Well, so the pitching change is complete. So I actually had the name wrong. It's Hannah Blincoe in my rush to try to bring in a new pitcher. So Blincoe gets the call for Houston. And the first pitch is low and in for ball one. When the announcement was made, Repa was standing at the entrance to the bullpen. She was merely opening the gate, and the righty Blincoe came sprinting down out of Georgetown, Texas, a freshman. Here's the 1-0 to Alo, a little up, 2 balls and no strikes. Blincoe on the season, a 6.30 ERA. Pitched a third of an inning earlier this year against Oklahoma and threw 2 pitches. She's already matched that here tonight. Here's the 2-0 to Alo. Ground ball towards second, could be 2. The shovel to Benavides for 1. The throw in time. 4-6-3 double play. Kristen Zaleski tried to sell the safe call at first. It was a bang-bang play at the bag. And there's 2 away. Donahue does advance to third.
That is a huge out for Blincoe. Being able to get Jossie to ground out to second. It's a big out.
I can't help but wonder if Blincoe is who they brought in late and pitched to Jossie in that game in Houston when she was on the verge of tying the record. First pitch is a strike to Tiare Jennings. Oh, we're going back in old scorecards now. Let's look. I want to say Blincoe came in to pitch to Alo, made her career debut. Here's the 0-1 to Jennings. Skied foul down the right field line. Is it going to get out of play? It sneaks out of play that first run. It was, I remember, it's crazy because it was only like a month ago and I act like it was 10 years ago. But the celebration from it made it seem like Houston had just won in a walk-off. Spoiler alert, they had not. No balls and 2 strikes to Jennings with Donahue at third. Sooners up 5-zip. The pitch to Tiare is lined deep to center field, but right at Howie. I mean, Aspen Howie didn't even have to move. Here we go to the third. By the way, I failed to mention our second innings this season.
Because she does.
There's a 1-hopper to Nieners, who takes it to the bag for the first out of the inning. Cardin's retired.
And the pitches that she has thrown has gotten hitters to chase. But yeah, every once in a while.
foul. Oh, we got to play.
Catch that.
Maybe. I was really good. Okay, so now that you're not working here anymore, I can say this. I got really good at taking the screens out, but I think someone like super glued them in this year. I think they saw how good I was.
And I can't help you out because I don't
know.
work.
Cold strike 3. Wow. 2 away. 7th strikeout of the game for Hope. Here's Katie Ray Brown.
I love the drama that we're getting with this umpire. The last minute
Kind of
full-on
turn.
strike 3.
Here is Katie Ray Brown, the catcher. Digs in from the right side of the plate. Swings for the first pitch for strike 3. On the inside corner, 8th strike. To the bottom of the third we go. Oklahoma in control. They lead at 5-zip. Grace Lyons, Jada Coleman, and Lindsey Elam for the Sooners. Third innings, as always, brought to you by Physical, spelled different because we are different, and the Crew, as the first pitch is in for a strike to Grace. Crew over the Trophy Club, Soonersports.com/Trophy Club with Destiny Martinez. I'm Chris Blank. Listen, stop tweeting. Okay, no more shout-outs. So I cannot control the audio cutting in and out from the center field camera. I have no control, peeps. Here's the 0-1, check swing. I appreciate the passion, but I'm powerless. And it also would make no sense that it would change when they would cut camera angles. Like, it has no effect on it, so I have no idea why that's happening. But the powers that be have been alerted. How's that? Here's the 1-1 to Grace Lyons. Pop foul and out of play. Gary J. and Jana listening in Sherman, Texas tonight. Larry Nimitz, Reese K. celebrating a Sooner women's gymnastics team. Charlie May said there's only one Oklahoma. Look at that. It's a good looking pop.
Oh.
Makes me miss my dog.
I know. Sophie.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
When is Bark in the Park?
This ball is drilled to left field, but not deep enough, ranging into foul territory's Bush to make the catch, and there's 1 away. Oh, you mean the day in which I can't take my dogs anywhere because they're so poorly trained? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have not heard any updates on that. I've got a source, we could call. We call Jackie Livingston. We could call the legend Caitlin Fournier, but I have not seen any answers on a Bark in the Park. Here's Jada Coleman. Hit a 3-run homer in the first inning, her last time up.
If I'm on that broadcast, I may have to make an adjustment and bring Sophie.
Let's do it. We'll have room. We'll probably be outside. It'll be good to go. Here's the first pitch to Jada. Shows a bunt, takes a strike. By the way, to clear up one confusing mess I tried to make. Yes, indeed. pitcher that Houston has gone with here, Blinko, made her career debut against Jocelyn Alo in a spot where she could have hit 95. Here's the 0-1 pitch up high. 1 ball and no balls and 2 strikes as another ridiculously delayed strike count. I don't know the why. I don't know the why behind it.
I mean, it is incredibly delayed. Not just like, this umpire is like...
Here's the part of it, too. Like, sometimes it'll be quick and other times it won't. Like, he's thinking about it. Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now, Blinko made her career debut against Oklahoma whenever the Sooners were up 13-0 in the 5th inning.
And faced Alo first.
And faced Jocelyn Alo. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Lifted foul down the left side. And we remember, because remember, Jossie had hit 4 home runs that day. It had 2 in the game prior. And so we were all scurrying, thinking, oh my gosh, her next home run is going to tie Lauren. And the PA announcement says, now making her collegiate debut, here's Hannah Blinko. And we were all like, are you kidding me?
Uh-oh, yeah.
2 pitches got her to pop out. Here's the 1-2 from Blinko. Coleman checked her swing. We assume it's a strike. The ball is back in the pitcher's glove, so no strike call yet.
She does not have any issue coming at you at all.
No.
With Alo, even in this last at-bat, she came right at her hands, causing her to ground out to second. She's fearless. That's good.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, blown away, ball 3. I assume. Hold on. Okay. We'll let that joke run its course. I also bring it up because, it's Hannah Blinko getting the call out of the pen. She's only had 3 appearances total this season. I'll make it a 4th. She pitched in the Indiana game yesterday. 3-2, bounce back towards the circle, off Blinko's glove. Coleman's going to beat it out without a throw. You've got to field that cleanly, then hope Coleman didn't get out of the box quick enough. And Blinko was 0 for 2 on that. Here's Lindsey Elam. Blinko induced that pop out on her second pitch. I will say this, it was a capacity crowd in Houston on that Saturday. The biggest crowd they've ever had for Houston Cougars home. And the Houston fans that were there erupted on the pop out. I mean, they were letting everyone have it. Here's Lindsey Elam. First pitch to Elam is ripped foul down the third baseline. Lindsey getting the start behind the plate today. Oh, what's your point at? Illegal pitch?
I think they may say she left early on a hit and run.
Oh, they got Jay to leave it early. No way.
Is that what this is? Yeah.
Now, I've learned a lot about this.
Okay.
I've gone to the school of Jim Gasso and understanding
Uh-oh,
this.
okay. So this
is something that I've learned a lot.
But
it's sometimes with Jada, she'll take the step back, right? Just to kind of, so that first motion is going forward. I wonder if she just got going a little bit too quick here. Is there any?
So that's an extremely hard call to make.
And how Elam gets hit right on the shoe. Anyway, go ahead, because it is a tough call.
It's a tough call to make. I mean, with the speed of Jada, it's a little bit tougher because you almost want to anticipate that there's no way she got there that fast. But I think a lot of it has to do with the setup. So some base runners will start with their left foot forward, meaning that when their right foot is back, their first step is technically forward, but your left foot is still on the base. So I think that's a really controversial call, and I mean the angles, it all goes into play with the ball has to be released.
Right.
Most runners will kind of rock back as the pitcher's in their windup and then take off. So
first pitch check swing foul by Johns. Look out on that first base. Photog, Mark Desher at OU photo guy down there taking pictures tonight. So in other words, and I've been watching the first base umpire. I mean, he has really got a keen eye on it. I mean,
Yeah,
is
so you can
definitely
see
watching.
the way Elam is set up right now with that left foot forward. If she took off while the pitcher still had the ball, technically her foot's still on the base.
That's right. One pitch missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. They checked with that first base umpire, Wayne Furnia. They have Christina Drum listed as the home plate umpire. I don't think that's Christina Drum behind home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Think so either.
Century Roofing presenting the game tonight and my attempt at umpire introductions. Here's the 1-1. A little low, but called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I wonder if any of his fellow umpires are like, dude, what's with the drama? Why are you waiting so long sometimes? I guess. 1 ball, 2 strikes. With the runner at first, Lindsey Elam. 5-zip Sooners lead it. The pitch is low, 2-2.
Christina Drum is the only umpire that the U.S. was able to send to Tokyo.
Really?
She was an official for the Tokyo Olympics. Fun fact.
2 balls, 2 strikes. This ball is drilled. If it's fair, it's gone, but it's hooking foul. Boy, Jana Johns just has a feel for that left field line/corner here at USA Softball Hall of Fame Stadium.
And it almost looked like the wind took it, and I looked out the flags. There's no wind. Just had that kind of crazy curve right off the bat.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 5-zip Sooners. We're in the third, trying to get to these third inning shoutouts. There's too much action in this game. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Johns. Foul straight back. Zane and Jay, who just checked in. Chris from Plant City, Florida. Got a chance to meet Will. Oh, that one came down, and now it falls off the return. Got a chance to meet Will in between games. He checked in at the barbecue. Boy, that barbecue was something else.
So good.
So good. Will, Heather, Olivia, and grandmother Melinda here in the stands from Bentonville, Arkansas, said they just had to see this team.
It's crazy that some of these fans can't get into any more games because they're all sold out. It's insane.
Pitch. Pop foul down the right side. Is there a play to be made? No. It hooks out. Yeah, Taylor writes, checking in from Norman. Your audio cuts out when you go to the camera angle that is behind the pitcher. Again, I don't know how that's happened. I am sorry. The only control that I have right now is Destiny and Chris Plank. But I have let the powers that be know. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Low, ball 3. Someone has asked, is it actually Christina Drum behind home plate? I don't think so. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I efforted. The home plate umpires are listed. It's Christina Drum listed at home and Wayne Furnia at first, and I don't think that's either one of them. I checked with Pat. We'll hopefully find out in a bit. Here's the 3-2 to Johns. Fouled again. But the bottom line is, regardless, it is a very dramatic pause on some of those calls at home plate. It's fooled your boy 1 or 2 times.
I'm really impressed with Lenko being able to battle this at bat. She's doing a great job.
Great. Here's the 3-2 pitch with Elam at first. Ball 4.
Okay. Yep. Just making sure.
Here's Riley Boone's spot. Boone was credited with a single her last time up. She's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Here we go. Yep, they have Christina Drum listed behind home plate. Wayne Furnia at first and Jenna Bruton at third. So that is Christina behind home plate. as at least that's what the final stats that they sent out said. I don't remember her being this dramatic on the strike calls.
I've never
which is why I was thrown away. And she's umpired a lot of our games before, but I've never seen a strike call that delayed as the first pitch is in for a ball to Riley Boone. Boone's average up to 421. She takes the 1-0 pitch for a strike. See, now that's normal.
Yeah.
You can hear it called strike, get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike.
No, that's very new to me. I was almost positive it wasn't.
That's when we were, I said, is that who that is?
Yeah.
When I don't play? 1 ball, 1 strike. Elam at second, Johns at first. The pitch is lined deep to left field, racing back and making an over-the-shoulder catch is Bush to end the inning. Here we go to the 4th inning. Oklahoma leads at 5-zip over Houston, as the Cougars will send their 4, 5, and 6 hitters to the plate here in the top half of the 4th inning. And Hope Troutwine goes back to work. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. Along with Destiny Martinez, I'm Chris Plank. Sooners put a 3 spot on the board on Jada's 3-run home run. Added 2 more in the second. They lead at 5-zip. 1-0 pitch misses low, 2. 5 runs on 4 hits. Houston has managed just 1. 2-0 is hit deep to left field. Donahue races over, makes the play in foul territory. Chance of Lou, and there's 1 away. No changes for the Sooners defensively. Riley Boone stays in right with Jada at center and Lou Donahue in left. Jana Johns at third, Grace Lyons at short, Tiare Jennings at second. Nieners, Kaylin Snow at first, with Lindsey Elam behind the plate and Hope Troutwine in the circle. Here's Aspen Howie after Schultz flies out to start things here in the 4th. First pitch in the dirt. Another one of those balls that as soon as it gets over the plate, bang, right into the dirt. Ball 1. There's actually another really good question that you guys hit up on Twitter at OU on the air. Here it is. It was from T-Mac. I like these. 1-0 pitch to Howie is, did that hit her? Ooh, it caught her right on the Evo shield. T-Mac writes, Taylon Snow is quite possibly the most underrated player on this team. The corners for this team with Jana at third and Taylon at first are both defensive stalwarts with Golden Glove capability. Taylon is a master of going with the pitch and that batting average, which, by the way, check that updated batting average for Taylon Snow. It's at 535 right now for Taylon Snow. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, she has been killing it. I mean, this is the first time I've gotten to see them play in person, and I think that she's really stood out. And he's right, with defense, too. I think she's over there. She's a wall. And there's been some balls. There was one that we weren't sure if it was going to hit the base, and she fielded it pretty well. She's got a good read over there.
She really does. First pitch in for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, no balls and 2 strikes.
And I think first base is just overlooked anyway as a position that is difficult. And I think that's got to be I obviously never played at first base, but, you know, the way the ball comes off, right field is challenging. So being able to play first base as a good defender and...
There's a pop-up on the infield. Speaking of those corners, Jana John makes the catch. There's 2 away. It's tough, is basically what you're saying.
And have to dig picks and all those things. It takes a true athlete over there at first base, and Taylon handles it really well.
So 2 outs. Here's Rock Benavides. Rock Benavides, last time up, a walk. First pitch just caught the outside corner for a strike. You know, I just wanted, the crazy thing for us is trying to confirm that is indeed Christina Dunn, the home plate. Christina Drum, who, as you mentioned, umpired in the Olympics. She'll have her hair tucked up under her hat, and it makes it hard to tell as that's fouled off. She's got the the blonde hair.
Yeah.
And it's kind of tough to tell sometimes. You and I were both looking through the binoculars because I've seen her call games before. I don't think there's anything wrong with the strike zone.
No.
It's just the strike calls have been very delayed. So that's been our mid-inning debate that we've been having.
Yeah, and she's a very well-known umpire. Yeah.
0-2 pitch. Could not check her swing. Inning over. Chalk up strikeout number 9. 5-0, along with Destiny Martinez. I'm Chris Plank. Whitley Simmons with us in the booth tonight. She was the first one to break the news that OU Women's Gym won the Big 12 championship. First pitch low and in for ball 1. Oh my gosh, I missed the Bryches today. Courtney and Kelly Bryce were here. Got home safely, listening in as they get home. Love me some Courtney and Kelly Bryce. I didn't get to do anything between games. We went and spoke and then came back to work. That's kind of how it went. The 1-0 is
it's been a full day for Plank and I.
Well, and what was funny is, I'm a big early to the game guy.
Yeah.
Love to get to the game early. And today, because my family's out of town, I waited so the dogs wouldn't have to be put up all day. And that wait really affected me traffic-wise and parking-wise. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Lou. Lifted foul and out of place. So, in other words, with Lou Donahue at the plate hitting .229, Lou, her last time up, walked and was stranded at third. That extra time I used to have to see my friends like Courtney Bryce, Kelly Bryce, and all the great fans that are here, I was racing up here.
You didn't have your time.
I didn't have my time, my people time that I needed.
No, the traffic was outrageous.
And it was awesome. I'm not complaining.
I come the other way, so I had to drive through the zoo. No, not a good call.
The 1-2 pitch is fouled back. It looked like they were at, well, it's a beautiful day outside, so there's always an event at the zoo.
Well, the zoo had an event, and Remington had an event.
Ooh.
So I came through MLK, and I was like, what in the world? Okay, OU is playing. I know it's a big deal, but wow.
Said it a couple of times on the broadcast tonight. It kind of has a June feeling to it, minus the hoodies here. With just the way the atmosphere has been around today, the 1-2 is hammered foul down the third base line. The University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners: Rib Crib Shakes Frozen Custard, Frito-Lay, Pizza Hut, McAllister's Deli, Nacho Express, and Kona Ice. And OG&E, we energize life. Natural tie-in here. Let's see if Kinsey Donahue can put some juice into this 1-2 pitch. Energize this one. Here it comes. Check swing on a pitch up. She didn't go. They're going to check. Oh, they're going to say she went. You have got to be kidding me. Patty Gasso is calling for time. She is going over to have a word. Oh, Coach is moving.
Yeah,
Coach is moving. She's jogging over. And this crowd, there is no way that Mackenzie Donahue went on that swing. It's just impossible.
And I don't even think that's a call you can really overturn. I think Coach Gasso's just got to let him know that's not right.
Listen to this crowd.
That was a bad call.
I don't think she's going to win the argument. There's one away. Here comes Taylon Snow.
But props to Katie Ray. You got to ask, and you just never know. Katie Ray behind the plate.
I was just bragging on the umpires, and that was a horrific call in a 5-0 game in the bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch to Nieners is in for a strike. Taylon Snow tonight, 1 for 2, but that forced out at second base on a 4-6-3 double play in the second by Jocelyn Allo. 1 for 2 with 2 runs driven in. 1-0. Little blown away. The season average is up to 535 for Taylon Snow. And just so we're all clear, that's with 43 at-bats and 50 total plate appearances. Maybe a few more with sacrifices. Here's the 1-1. Bounce back up the middle. Past it, diving Benavides into center field.
I'm just sitting here processing those numbers. She's hitting 530.
535. And now it just went up.
And it just went up. And I can't even comprehend. I mean, that's you're on base more than half the time, more than half of your at bats. This is a game of failure, and she's successful half the time.
It's unbelievable.
More than half the time.
Here's Jocelyn Alo. Was hit by a pitch in the first, grounded into a double play in the second. She's got a chance to send this place into a frenzy, and she just may have done it at the wall and score! That ball hung up and got out, and Jossie hangs loose as she airplanes into home plate. It's 7-zip.
Just an absolute bomb. And I was just getting ready to talk about how once the crowd gets riled up, the athletes start producing, and that's exactly what you saw. That call of Donahue got everybody fired up. Snow comes up, gets herself on base, and then just an absolute shot by Alo.
They're chanting Jocelyn Alo. Wow, what an absolute moonshot from Alo. Here's Tiare Jennings. Why not go back-to-back? First pitch to Tiare is a little low and in for ball one. Unbelievable what we're seeing from Jocelyn Alo. She is now, sure I get all my numbers here caught up for you. As the 1-0 pitch misses outside. Two
Was
balls
that
and no strikes.
99?
99. On the season for Jossie. Let's see, what are we up to already? That's her third this weekend. That's her 11th home run on the season. The 2-0 is up high. 3 balls and no strikes. So, Jocelyn Alo is in a spot where we can see a little bit of history here tonight, as she is on the cusp of her 100th career home run. Obviously, every number she adds, every home run she adds, has never been done in college softball. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Jennings. In for a strike, 3-1.
And just think through Blinko right now. She just had to throw to Jocelyn Alo, who has 11 home runs on the season. Tiare Jennings has 10 on the season.
Mm-hmm.
She just had to face 2 of the best hitters.
She fouls that one off. Jennings, 10 home runs on the season, 12 extra base hits, 26 runs batted in. And oh, by the way, tonight, Jennings 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored in the first inning. She was on base when Jada Coleman hit a 3-run homer over the center field wall. The 3-2. Lined it down the third base line. Foul. Oh my gosh, that's a fair ball. The home plate umpire is calling it foul. That was close.
The umpire.
I thought it hit the umpire. Hattie Gasso is looking down at the third base line. That looked like a fair ball. If Coach is cool with it, I'm cool with it. And it looks like Coach might be cool with it.
Let's sit back down.
Let's sit back down. Let's all calm down a little bit. Oh, I mean, that was a laser down the third base line from Tiare Jennings.
So from the booth, it looked like it actually hit the umpire in fair territory.
Whitley Simmons has a replay monitor in here. You might be able to see. Oh, we're a little bit behind. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Popped up on the infield. Easy play for Schultz. Makes the catch. There's 2 away. That was close. That was close down the third base line. I don't know if we're going to have the best angle, unfortunately, on the replay. I appreciate your confidence, though, Whit. We're watching the replay now. No. Well, I'll give you this much. The home plate umpire never had a doubt that it was a foul ball. I thought maybe it had hit off the third baseman's glove. 2 outs for Grace Lyons. Lyons reached on a fielder's choice her first time up. Flied out to center. She's 0 for 2, but has scored a run. 7-0 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. Let's see what Pat has here, numbers-wise. 99 problems. I love it. The 1-1. Low, 2 balls and a strike.
What'd you just get?
No replay. Because I was going back and forth with my man Drake Stenberg, who's the absolute best. And he said, hey, I told him I'd work replay if they brought it. No replay here this weekend, just so we can be clear. And I don't know if that would be one where you'd have enough. We don't have enough camera angles here today, I don't think. Here's the 2-1. Oh. This ball is driven deep to left center field, and it's gone! What a shot from Grace Lyons to put this game squarely in run roll territory. It is 8-zip Sooners on the solo bomb from Grace.
There was no question on that with the 2-1 count. That ball was left up in the zone. There's no way that ball was not going straight out of here.
Wow.
That was definitely a ball that was misplaced by Blanco. I mean, you can't leave a pitch like that against any of these hitters.
8th home run of the season for Grace Lyons. So, oh ho hum, just another 3 home run game for the Sooners. The 12th time they've done it this season. And here's Jada Coleman, who has one of those home runs. Here's the first pitch to the Sooner center fielder, and she pops it up, shallow left field. Racing in is Bush, and she'll make the catch to end the inning. You heard the drama from the crowd because Bush got a late break. But the Sooners at 3 on home run number 99 in the career of Jocelyn Allo. Another home run, the 8th of the season from Grace Lyons. And we head to the 5th with Oklahoma 3 outs away from a win. 8-zip, this is Sooners softball. It's 8-zip Sooners as we head to the 5th. Jordy Ball time. The Sooner freshman has been called upon to close this game out. And the first pitch is low and away to Paige Holsey. 8-zip Sooners, 3 outs away from their, make sure I get my numbers right here, 20th run rule win of the season and their 9th straight. Jordy Ball, incredible. 9-0 on the season, an ERA of .80. Leadoff hitters batting just .235 against her. The 1-0 to Holsey is in for a strike, 1-1. By the way, I missed a couple that I just wanted to say thanks. The great Tina Floyd is checked in from Hawaii. She means Washington. Okay, she's in Norman. She was in Hawaii with us. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to turn your mic on.
Oh.
She was in Hawaii with us.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's still in Hawaii?
Are you still there, Tina? Here's the 1-1. Bounce towards short. Cut off, though, by Johns. Plenty of time to throw across, and there's one away. And Thomas is slated to hit. I saw my man Will O, originally from Lawton, living in San Antonio, checked in. Kathy Hammond in Lexington, Sooner Lisa. Chris Brazil, who said, like you, Chris, but good to hear Destiny back on the air.
Nice. Glad to be back.
Strikeout victim her first time up for Janiyah Thomas. And the first pitch from Jordy Ball, swing and a miss.
This is my first time getting to see Jordy in real life.
Oh, she didn't pitch in the first game?
No.
Enjoy.
This is my first time.
I like the attitude. Everything is
so
the
far
same.
so great.
Check of the pitch, that arm swings.
Yeah.
Right into the glove in motions, like poetry. 0-1 is on that outside corner for strike 2. Then a little.
I love her animation.
Yes.
Yeah, she's got it going on.
You know, someone made a comparison today. It's almost a little Conor McGregor-esque.
There you go.
If you've ever seen kind of how he would stalk around in the circle.
I like it.
In the octagon. The 0-2 pitch, fouled straight back.
I like it. It's energetic, almost intimidating.
And she's really good. And she's been this way her whole life. I finally got a chance to talk to Jordy a little bit this last trip. She's so bright, so incredibly, for a freshman. Here is, as Patty said, weight room-wise, is far
You can
along.
definitely see the maturity, too.
As any freshman she's had. The 0-2, unfair. Swing and a miss, and a big fist bump from Jordy Ball. 2 away. Hey, how about some quick work on a Saturday night? Sooners looking to wrap this game up in run rule fashion. I mean, has it even been an hour and a half? What time did we finally get this game started? I didn't get the first pitch. We're not messing around with Sooner softball. Final chance is Amanda Carden, who has the only hit for Houston, and it was a leadoff double. And she grounds this one to second, should do it. Jennings to first. Win column Sooners. Game over. Chalk it up. Another big one. Oklahoma now 24-0 on the season. 20 of those wins in run rule fashion, and they've won 9 straight by virtue of the run rule. And how about another 3 home run night? Grace Lyons, Jocelyn Allo, and Jada Coleman all totaled the final score. Oklahoma 8, Houston 0. The Bud Light postgame show is next